Quick disclaimer, the comments made in this podcast are not meant to be hurtful or insulting to the authors of the highlighted fanfiction. Any seemingly degrading comments are made in jest and are not meant to be taken seriously. Similarly, anything read as part of the fanfictions do not represent the values of the hosts. I'm going to present you with a choice. Tail or a special case?
Tail. Okay, what kind of tail? Are we talking about like animal tail or like tail?
Tale.
Okay. Or
this one
special
is a
case.
OC insert. And then a special case is a simple fan fiction. Like about the main character, who I will reveal after you pick one.
Okay. Will you do like the next one? Will you do the next one next time? Or
if you want to repeat franchises. Oh boy, man, I should have cleared my throat before we started.
You should have had a sip of that RC Cola that I just drank.
I hope we should keep that in. Okay, so I guess let me rephrase it. OC insert into a movie universe or the main character of that movie just by, I'll say, himself. It's a guy. I know that gives it away.
And it's the same franchise.
Yeah, these are the only two
we have not
this
done.
franchise. We have not done this franchise.
Well, okay, we have not done the franchise, but we have not done an OC insert.
We have not.
So I say we do the OC insert one, Tail, I believe.
All right. So I'm gonna send this to you. Ooh, the RC Cola.
The RC Cola, man.
All right, and when you get it, tell the audience what franchise this is.
Did you send in a new email?
No,
or
replied.
Okay. Hello.
This isn't going to be nearly as interesting as the last one.
Oh, okay. So we got. Oh wait. Do you want me to open it?
Yeah.
Link? Okay.
Open it and tell people what this is from.
Okay. So. Why am I surprised?
I don't know why you're surprised.
Okay,
I teased it in the last recording.
I am so glad I picked the OC character now. Okay. This is Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah.
Tail by I
think it's Nilvafan123.
Nilvafan123. It has been almost 5 years since the Guardians defeat Pitch Black. Jack Frost is now the Guardian of Fun, finally believed in, and everything seems perfect. But when he encounters a mysterious young woman and when evil rises again, everything changes. Rated fiction T, adventure / romance, Jack Frost OC, Bunnymund North?
I think Bunnymund is Easter Bunny and North is Santa.
Yeah. I forgot they changed the name.
Okay, before you go any further, we don't have to read all 49,928 words. We can just read the first chapter and see if it's even worth continuing.
Oh, it's new one too. Okay, I'm actually kind of glad that you choose a newer one. This is from May 20th, 2024. Because it's like, what's going on with the Rise of the Guardians fan base nowadays? Because
apparently
back then, like everyone was simping for Jack Frost.
Were they?
Yeah, no, he was like the main reason why that movie made as much money as it did.
Really? Not because of Hugh Jackman Bunny?
I mean,
that's why I would have went to see it.
I mean, that's probably the other reason.
Which, by the way, I'm gonna have to do that voice in this, and I'm not excited for voices.
That. Look, like Baldo has an amazing voice cast with amazing performances that I can just, even though it was like 3 years, more than 3. Like,
it was probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years since we watched it. I still remember how each like character sounds. We watched this movie less than a year ago. I have no idea how any of these.
I literally just remember what Bunny sounds like because he's Hugh Jackman.
North, I kind of do.
I think didn't North have an accent too?
Yeah, like more of like a Nordic accent, I believe. But I'm just gonna do generic old man if I'm North. I don't know. And I mean, it's 5 years later, so he's all as fuck now.
No, this is rated teen.
Okay, how far should we go?
I'm thinking chapter 1. It's about as long as... It's about a little of... we'll just go.
Yeah.
At most, we'll do 1 chapter.
Is it completed?
I don't know. The last update was November 23rd of 2024. It has 12 chapters, though.
Yeah. We'll definitely just read chapter 1, and we'll just, we'll go from there.
All right.
I say we just go, like...
Well, we know that I'll be Bunny since you can't do accents, apparently. Do you want to be Jack and North?
Yeah, I'll be Jack and North.
And then I guess I can be the OC, who is a girl, apparently.
Yep. I found so many of these kinds of fan fictions where the OCs are always girls.
So here's the thing with Rise of the Guardians. There ain't much. It's all, like, serious, but not, like, entertaining. It's like, this person is intentionally writing, like, trying to make it good, but it's not. It's like, but it's not, like, interesting, I guess. Maybe it's not that it's not good. It's just that it's not interesting. It's like, I was skimming through them, and I'm just like, man, these are all, like, just written, like usually it's an OC insert. This was the one that I found that was actually, like, okay, I'll put that in the list. I'm rambling, because I actually don't remember why I put this in the list. So I'm just going to start. Tale. Chapter 1, The Stranger. ! I do not own Rise of the Guardians, only my OC. The way that's worded makes me think the OC owns Rise of the Guardians, which is funny. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of reading before
I feel so bad
because
you were Yoshi the last time.
Hey guys!
And but,
that was not the voice.
Go watch last week's episode if you want to know what we're talking about. You were Yoshi last time. That had a lot of dialogue, so I feel kind of bad.
I should have took a sip of that RC Cola, man. That would have
if you
fueled
need
me.
If you need me to jump in, just let me know.
If I need my emergency RC Cola boost,
yeah, okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
The boy was walking on a roof, holding his staff in his right hand and using the other one to keep his balance. The moon was full that night, and its light made the boy's silver hair shine. He was wearing a blue hoodie and brown trousers. He was barefoot too, and his clothes seemed far too light to protect him from the cold air of this autumn night. But Jack Frost wasn't a normal boy. He was a guardian and winter spirit. Cold didn't bother him. Good on the author to not make a Frozen reference here. Just gonna say that.
Whoa.
That night, he was wandering on the roofs. Roofs. Why did I think that was weird? He was wandering on the roofs of a town. Is that right?
Wait,
roofs. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say more than one roof before.
If you think about the word roofs, that is a weird word.
Roof is already a weird word, but then you
roof,
add an S to it, and it's like, what is this?
Roof plural is definitely like different. It's a different beast.
That night, he was wandering on the roofs of a town in the northern hemisphere. Winter was coming, and he was already preparing to bring it there, and to bring fun along. It had been almost 5 years since he had defeated Pitch Black with the other Guardians, since he had became a Guardian, and since then he had learned how to be a good Guardian.
Now, I'm gonna stop already, because didn't they beat, like, wasn't it the Boogeyman?
You're looking at me like I know the answer. It was Pitch Black. He might have been the Boogeyman.
I thought that.
Well, like, you know that, like, the Easter Bunny's name isn't Easter Bunny.
Oh, right,
like,
right. I keep forgetting that they do that. It's like,
which I think is cool.
I think it's cool too. No, absolutely.
What was his name again? Bunnymund?
Bunnymund, yeah.
Interesting.
Next. It's just the next paragraph.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know if he had anything else.
No. I'm good.
He jumped off the roof and, carried by the wind, landed gracefully on another roof more than 10 meters away. He was waiting for Sandy to start his work and send the dreams to the children of this town. He had always enjoyed watching the Sandman create fantastical creatures, beautiful flowers, and other incredible things to please the children all around the world. But that night, the Sandman was late. Oh, it happened from time to time, but Jack Frost was beginning to get worried for his friend. He started to look around, almost running from roof to roof, searching for his friend, but he couldn't find Sandy. I keep thinking of SpongeBob.
Thank you for...
At midnight, he stopped searching. At midnight, he stopped searching and stood on the roof of a small house, very worried. What if Pitch Black was back? That's the name of the sequel. Pitch Black is back.
Voiced by Jack Black.
Black is back.
And have like Metallica and AC/DC.
I was thinking Pack is back, but
No.
Black is back, baby.
Ghost jumping at his feet. Black's a hero.
No. Frost nipping at his feet.
Frost nipping.
All right. What if something had happened to Sandy? He needed to warn the other Guardians. We're not in the right mood for this. We just came off of the last one. We're all giggly.
Please don't let there be incest in here.
For context, listen to the last fanfiction.
Episode.
His hand reached for his snow globe in the pocket of his hoodie. North had given him one snow globe in case of emergency. In 4 years, he had never used it once. And that particular night, he had left it home. He sighed. What was the use of an emergency snow globe if he didn't have it during an emergency? He was so stupid.
It doesn't matter.
He then thought. You're basically done for the rest of the day. He would fly as fast as he could to the North Pole to warn the other Guardians, and also ask for another emergency snow globe just in case. He was about to jump off the roof and take off, but as he turned around, he saw something intriguing. Across the dark alley the house overlooked, the window of a taller house was open. It opened on the bedroom of a child, a 5 or 6 years old boy. He was sitting, using his pillows as a backrest, holding a small lamp shaped to resemble a cute bee, looking completely fascinated. At the other end of the bed, a young woman who looked like she was 17 or 18 was talking to him. Do you think this is OC? This is OC reveal. At first, Jack didn't know what had surprised him in that scene. He thought for a second it was the big sister of the kid telling him a story to get him to sleep, but he quickly realized it wasn't normal. It is the OC.
Oh, yeah.
The young girl was wearing a white sleeveless tunic attached to her neck, a short purple cape with a hood held around her neck thanks to a feather-shaped brooch. Her legs were covered by black trousers that fell below her knees. She had a black leather belt around her waist, decorated with purple and blue small crystals. She was barefoot. Of course, her clothes alone were intriguing, but she also looked strange. Her hair was darker than night, with purple, blue, green, white, red, orange, and pink streaks. She had braided her hair and pulled it up into a tight bun held in place by a sharp steel pin. Her skin was originally white, but it had been tanned by the sun and was now amber brown. She also had 4 tattoos on her. A black crescent moon on her right shoulder, the silhouette of an orca jumping out of the water on her left shoulder, a green feline eye on her left ankle, and a wingless dragon forming an 8 with its body and biting its tail. But what Jack Frost had immediately seen, what had really intrigued him, were her eyes. The left one was as green as a leaf during spring, and the right one was icy blue. Her peculiar gaze, her tattoos, and her clothing showed him that she wasn't a normal young woman. She was different. I know she's not, but I wish she was a villain.
She definitely gives villain vibes.
The way I'm
from
picturing
the way
her,
that, yeah,
in my head is like prime, like hero, secret villain pretending to be a hero.
yeah, no, very true. What are the tattoos? Like, the teenagers and them tattoos.
Yeah, them dirty tattoos.
I'm not a teenager, so I can say that. Yeah.
Curious, Jack decided he would stay here a bit to try to learn more about this strange young woman. He had completely forgotten about Sandy Cheeks. The young woman was speaking softly to the young boy. Too many young people. She was holding what seemed to be a colorful tapestry and was showing it to the boy. It wasn't a big tapestry, probably the size of a standard piece of paper, but Jack could see from his roof that it was filled with details. The weaver who had made it could be proud because it was beautiful. Even from a distance, the Guardian of Fun could see that it told the story of a little mermaid. He knew that story, everyone knew that story, and the tapestry was telling it with precision. Words weren't needed to understand what the tapestry was telling. But the young woman was talking, her voice only a bit louder than a whisper, and that whisper was hypnotizing the young boy in front of her. He was still focused on the words of that strange lady. What's her power?
I was thinking that. I think it's a mix of powers. So it's going to be like I don't know, like ice, but also darkness, or like nature. I'm getting like dark nature vibes, I guess.
See, I keep thinking it's dreams, but Sandman is already dreams. It just sounds like she's giving him but he's like awake.
What if she's like the goddess of
Guardian
of the night? So just,
I'm also thinking of
because that was what Pitch Black was pretty much.
He was like nightmares.
Your nightmares specifically.
I don't know.
Okay.
The storytelling. I don't know.
Yeah. No. Okay. I'm guessing like night specifically. Like she's a guardian of night. She controls the night.
It's the entire night.
Yeah, entire
like
night.
Orion in the Dark.
Don't bring that movie up.
I was going to, man.
Don't you bring that movie. I hate that movie so much.
All right, continuing on. After a few more minutes, the story was finished. The young woman folded the tapestry and put it away in a pocket inside her cape. The little boy in front of her stayed still for a moment, his eyes staring into space as if he were still looking at the tapestry. Then suddenly, he blinked multiple times and started readjusting his pillows as if nothing had happened. The young woman sitting at the end of the bed smiled, but it was a smile filled with pain, sadness, and despair. She got up and walked towards the boy, her steps completely silent in the night, because she's not wearing shoes. That was just me adding, by the way.
Yeah, I could tell.
Well, the audio-only listeners wouldn't be.
Yeah.
She stood by his head, her back to the window, and looked at him. But the boy acted as if she didn't exist, turning his back to her and to put his B-shaped lamp back onto the night table. He then curled up under the cover, his head resting on his pillows, holding a stuffed bear against his heart. The boy quickly fell asleep and was turning during his sleep. He was now facing the young woman, still standing next to his bed, her back to the window. Jack noticed for the first time that she had a black leather scabbard attached horizontally to her belt in her back. It contained a dagger with a black handle, a steel pommel shaped like a diamond adorned with a translucent purple crystal, and a steel hilt. Should I know what a pommel is?
I'm just wondering how I can make this into like Lego form. Like I can totally make this.
First thing I searched pommel, and the first thing is horse, and then horse guy, and then cushion, and then of a sword. I'm gonna search horse guy first. We're gonna derail for a bit. Stefan Nedoroskic. Oh. Nedoroskic garnered significant media attention for his performances in the 2014 Summer Olympics and has been dubbed, or 2024, sorry, and has been dubbed the specialist and pommel horse guy.
I don't think this is related somehow.
Oh, I don't know, man. This guy looks kind of cool.
So it's just like a horse, then.
I think it's like gymnastics horse, not like kind of like how there's like a sawhorse.
I wonder what
like,
the author's into.
Pommel of a sword. Let's find out what this is. And shut up, AI overview. Oh, wait. The pommel, which means little apple, is an... Oh, you know how like the hilt of a sword will sometimes have like a cool little like ball design? Like,
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Okay. So, yeah. So the end of a sword, like the very bottom of a sword on the hilt, when it has like a ball or like a like some kind of shape
and
that
I think
isn't just like a
to like
standard
balance, like is that like to help with
probably
balancing?
balance and grip.
Yeah,
I imagine it helps grip. All right, we found out what a pommel is. So it's a steel pommel shaped like a diamond, adorned with a translucent purple crystal and a steel hilt. Okay, that makes sense now. His grip on his staff was immediately stronger, and the roof tiles around him became covered in frost. He was ready to react in case anything happened, but the young woman didn't pull her dagger out. She just slowly raised her hand and gently stroked the boy's face. Well, at least she tried. Her hand went through his cheek like she was a ghost. Immediately, Jack Frost understood what was happening, and his heart ached for the young woman. She was like him 5 years ago, before he became a guardian. People couldn't see him, couldn't hear him, couldn't touch him, because they didn't believe in him. For some reason, when she was telling him a fairy tale, the boy could see and hear her, but now that the story was over, it was like she never existed. The young woman sighed and turned around. Jack Frost was partially hidden by a chimney, so she didn't notice him at first. She climbed onto the windowsill, closed the window behind her, and jumped. She landed gracefully and silently on the roof where Jack was. She stood still for a minute, staring at the moon above her. Oh, right, I said I was... Why? She whispered. Her voice was deep for a woman. Oh, okay. And really soft. He could hear tears in her voice as she continued to speak with the moon. I want to be really funny and just do like the Rouge voice from from the Lythero dubs, but like this is a more serious story, so I won't do that. What a deep woman voice. Okay. Why did you do that? Why me? Why can't they see me? Why can't I be normal? Why? Oh, wait. Why? She screamed the last word. Her fists clenched tightly. That was a struggle. Her muscles tensed. Why? And this time, it was a whisper again. A single... There it is. I was waiting for one of those.
Yeah.
A single tear fell from her green eye and rolled on her cheek, reflecting the moonlight. Jack couldn't stay silent and hidden anymore. I want this to be a jump scare. He wanted to console her. He couldn't stand to see her sad. He felt like he was in front of himself 4 years and a few months ago, before he became a guardian, when he was still alone and sad. He had wished back then to have someone like him, someone who knew how it felt like to be completely alone, inexistent, someone to keep him company. But back then, his wish had remained unfulfilled, and now he could help someone completely alone to feel better. He could fulfill his own wish. He walked to the left and left the cover of the chimney. The young woman immediately noticed him and gasped. Her eyes widened with surprise. She stared at him for a second before suddenly turning around. She ran on the roof, jumped high, and grabbed the windowsill she was standing on earlier.
Wait!
Shouted Jack as she was climbing on the windowsill, jumping again and pulling herself up onto the roof of the boy's house. His staff in his right hand, the guardian of fun quickly followed the strange girl. Interesting title for someone stalking someone. He was fast and quickly got onto the roof, but she was even faster. She was agile, skilled, and strong, and she was already at the other end of the roof, turning her back to Jack. Said the guardian, but he couldn't finish his sentence. After a quick glance at him, the young woman jumped off the roof. Jack ran to the other end of the roof, but when he looked around, the strange girl was nowhere to be seen. He looked down, too, but the street was empty. He was alone. She had vanished.
Ooh.
On a roof not far from him, a crow was looking at him.
Oh gosh, yank flashback. Oh no. Jason.
You're getting yicked out today, man.
Yicked out today.
All right. It's been about 25 minutes. How are we feeling on this one?
I say we finish up the chapter at least.
We're about halfway through.
Like, we're still in the
I'm just reading
introductory-
very slowly because I keep interrupting myself.
Yeah, we just need to, get the introductories. But I would just want to know what she's like the guardian of.
I doubt we're not gonna find that out in the first chapter.
Oh my gosh, I want to know.
There's no
I'm
way.
so
This
curious.
is a 12-chapter story.
Honestly, like, for a self-insert character, like, meeting like that who wants to meet.
That's the thing. I don't think this is self-insert. I think this is a genuine attempt at like an OC that would fit the world.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it was just a generic self-insert, though.
Yeah, but there's like actual thought put into this. I was gonna say, with like meeting, and of course it's going to be Jack is who she meets first because
Well, she already met him technically.
well yeah, but
it wasn't
I'm
a
saying,
jump
like,
scare. I wanted him to jump out and be like, "Hey, I know what you're going through," but like startling her, and then she like screams and runs away. I was kind of hoping that would be kind of funny.
yeah, but I mean that would kind of fit Jack's character a little bit. It's like
I don't care about that. I just wanted it to be funny.
Yeah, that would be funny.
All right, we'll continue then. Oh, actually, no, we don't want because I want to say the last sentence where it's just like on a roof not far from him, a crow was looking at him like, but then it's like a break, like there's a line across.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a funny way to end it. Anyway,
Yeah.
Jack Frost didn't try to find the young woman. After seeing her move, he had understood that if she wanted to be left alone, he didn't have the slightest chance to find her and, then, catch up with her. He suddenly remembered as he was staring at the moon, sitting on the roof from which the young woman had jumped, that Sandy Cheeks had disappeared. He got up and decided to go to the North Pole. There he would warn the other Guardians, and they would help him find Sandy Cheeks. And maybe one of them...
Stop doing that.
Maybe one of them knew something about that strange girl. He had never seen her before, but the other Guardians may have. So he called the wind and flew to the North Pole. Oh, okay. During the flight, he encountered a hurricane and a lot of rain in the Northern Hemisphere, which was established earlier. When he finally arrived to the North Pole... Like, that doesn't make... Wait, a hurricane... Never mind.
Well, maybe that's like the weird thing, Maybe that's all supposed to happen. Maybe she's involved somehow.
She's the guardian of the hurricanes.
Maybe, yeah.
And showing people pictures. When he finally arrived to the North Pole, he was soaked from head to toe. His silver hair fell in front of his glacier-like eyes and sticked to his forehead. And his blue hoodie sticked to his skin to the water.
You see what I mean now? When I say people really like this character when the movie came out.
He landed in front of the main entrance. A Yeti saw him and immediately opened the doors. The tall creature handed a towel to the Guardian so that he could dry himself. But Jack Frost ran past him and rushed in the multiple corridors of North's home. When I think of Yeti, I think of the guy from Twilight Princess. And it really messes with me, man. I really don't like that guy.
Jack used towel?
Jack want towel.
He just starts banging the towel.
Dude,
like,
we need to find a fanfiction of that guy.
There's gotta be one out there.
Like Link's sledding adventure. There's like a whimsical fanfiction with Link sledding with the Yeti guy.
I'm totally down for that.
Oh, the next paragraph answers the question of what accent North had. He instinctively ran to the room where the globe was kept. He had a feeling that North would be there. When he entered the room, he saw the silhouette of the huge Russian man and screamed.
That's you.
You're...
Because he saw the huge man and the Russian man and screamed, as in
It's Jack.
Oh, yeah, I'm Jack.
Yeah.
Sandy's missing! Sandy's missing!
But then he froze. North wasn't alone in the globe's room. He was sitting in a comfortable red sofa near an elegant wooden coffee table, sipping hot chocolate with Sandy?
Cheeks.
Thanks. The two guardians turned to see Jack Frost enter the room, his wet clothes and hair dripping and forming little puddles of water around him, screaming like he was possessed. What? Screaming like he was possessed that the Sandman was missing.
Jack?
Exclaimed North.
What is the problem, boy?
The young guardian had just noticed Sandy sat in the armchair next to North, but he still said,
Sandy's missing? Jack, Sandy is here,
said North. The Sandman nodded to confirm his own presence.
Yeah, I see that, but tonight, the dreams,
stammered Jack Frost. North got up and walked up to him. He put one huge hand on the Guardian of Fun's wet shoulder and said,
Calm down, boy. You are upset. I see that. You need to sit down, dry yourself, and drink some hot chocolate. Then explain to us what happened.
Jack nodded. He followed North's advice and finally accepted a towel from the Yeti who had pursued him down the corridors and thanked him. He dried his hair and froze the puddles of water around him with his staff. He then turned the ice into thin sparkles that would quickly disappear. The Yeti, seeing the damages on the carpet were repaired, sighed with satisfaction and left the room. Jack sat on the sofa next to North, took one sip of hot chocolate, and explained what happened that night. The Guardian of Dreams and the Guardian of Wonder listened carefully to Jack Frost. He had briefly mentioned a stranger he had encountered, but he just said,
I saw a strange young woman on the roofs, but when I tried to speak to her, she ran away.
North, at the end of Jack's explanation, smiled.
Sandy sent his dreams earlier today,
he told Jack,
so we could meet and drink hot chocolate. We do that often, right, old friend?
Sandy nodded, using shaped made out of dream sand above his head. Probably shapes.
Yeah.
S is right next to D on the keyboard. He apologized for worrying his friend.
Wait.
That's you.
It's okay, Sandy.
Jack assured him.
It's not your fault.
The Sandman nodded again before the silhouette of a young woman appeared. The young woman. Specifically, the young woman. This woman is young, by the way.
Good to know.
Followed by a question mark. He wanted to know more about the stranger Jack had met that night.
She was young.
She was young.
About my age, I say.
He described.
She was wearing a white tunic, a short purple cloak. Oh my gosh. Black trousers and no shoes. Her hair was black with colorful streaks. She had 4 tattoos. Her left eye was green and the other was blue. She was telling a story to a young boy when I noticed her. She was showing him a tapestry while doing so. But as soon as she finished her story, the boy acted like she was never there. I tried talking to her, but she ran away. When I caught up with her, she jumped and she just disappeared.
North nodded, lost in his thought. After staying silent for a moment, he said,
We saw her before, the others and me. She's fast and hard to find, doesn't talk much. A loner, but she's not evil. I can feel it in my belly. Why did I never encounter her before? Jack asked.
Oh my. Jack asked.
I told you, Jack, she's fast and discreet. I don't know what she is, but I'm sure she has powers we don't know about. She's a mystery. Has she been around for a long time?
Jack questioned.
I don't know. What do you think, Sandy?
North turned to the Guardian of Dreams. He seemed pensive for a moment before answering with multiple shapes above his head.
A long time,
translated North.
Maybe as long as you, maybe. And do you know her name?
North shook his head, and the Sandman too.
I don't think so. If I did, I can't remember.
Okay, I think this
Easter
is...
Bunny.
Oh, but I do.
says someone behind. Oh, you what? I'm so used to doing the dialogue.
I'm gonna apologize in advance to every Australian and British person at the same time. I'm not good with accents. Here we go. They all turned around, startled, and discovered the Easter Bunny standing near the door of the room. His fur was soaked with water, and he had snow on his head, between his 2 long ears. So you danced in... That's not Australian. What does he sound like again?
Wait, that's me.
Oh, that's you!
It was funny, because I was reading the line before that, waiting for you to say that, but I don't know. So you dance in the rain too, kangaroo?
Teased Jack Frost when he saw the Guardian of Hope. I'm gonna give it to this person to remembering what they are the guardians of. Because I had no idea that they were all guardians of something.
Me too.
Like, I kind of knew that they were, but I thought it was like the guardian of Christmas and
right.
Easter and teeth.
Yeah.
Boy. Haha, really funny, Frostbite, said the bunny, not amused. He grabbed... What? Oh.
Yeah, okay, I see.
He grabbed with a thank you the towel a Yeti handed him. I'm losing it. I am about to lose it. That's you, Jack.
Okay. Well, what are you doing here?
Asked Jack, intrigued to see Bunny. Well, I came for the hot chocolate. Why else would I be here? That was 5. I'm not going to mention anymore. I need to shut up.
Wait, you okay? Yeah, I know. I'm just reading it. Oh, it's just weird. You get to come to this hot chocolate meeting too?
Asked Jack, surprised. Course, mate, answered Bunny with his usual Aussie accent. Jack opened his mouth. Dude, never mind. About to say something when the Tooth Fairy entered the Globe's room. Her feathers were wet, but she looked happy and energetic as always. So there's like a hurricane going on outside his house.
And no one's talking about it. What the heck?
Because like they're all wet. Like Bunny goes underground, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So how did he? Was the ground soaked too?
Is everything soaked?
Is there just an eternal hurricane just circling the North Pole at all times?
That's why we haven't been able to find it.
Oh, the famous northern hurricane.
Never ends.
All right, who's gonna be the Tooth Fairy?
I'll be. You're already narrating.
Okay. Where are we?
Yeah. Okay. So, what did I miss?
She asked, excitement in her voice, surrounded by 2 mini fairies. Jack turned to north while 2 Yetis brought another red sofa for Tooth and Bunny. I hate that. Tooth and Bunny. If my nickname was Tooth, I would riot.
Oh my gosh, I just don't see the point of Tooth Fairy at all. Like I don't understand the Tooth Fairy. I don't.
I give so much praise to the Tooth Fairy for allowing The Rock to play the Tooth Fairy.
Oh, yes, that's a good point though.
We need to watch that at some point.
We do.
All right, Jack.
Am I the only one unaware of this little reunion?
He asked, anger in his voice. The sofa underneath him was starting to freeze. North opened and closed his mouth multiple times like a fish out of water, nervous and unable to answer.
Well, I...
He then quickly said something in Russian and bit his lips.
Bunny was telling us something about this mysterious girl.
Jack sighed, annoyed, but he still wanted to know more about the stranger he encountered. He turned to Bunny, but the Guardian of Hope wasn't ready to speak. He finished drying his fur, sat on the sofa installed by the Yetis, grabbed a cup of hot chocolate, and took a long, long sip. He took his time to swallow. Jack Frost was about to burst. He couldn't stand the suspense any longer.
I swear, kangaroo,
he threatened.
If you don't speak now, I will turn you into an icicle.
Fine, I'll speak. No need to get all angry and icicly. Jack's hair had frozen on his head and turned into little icicles due to his anger. The floor underneath his feet and the sofa were completely covered in ice. Lately, Jack's powers had become even more powerful and harder to control. The Guardian of Fun forced himself to breathe and unfroze the sofa, the floor, and his hair.
So?
He said, barely controlling himself. So I know the name of your mysterious girl, Bunny said. I met her multiple times in the past 3 centuries. Not much of a talker. And she never stays for long. She asked me to keep her company once or twice, but I was too busy preparing for Easter. Can I just say that in a regular voice? I can't do this.
It doesn't sound too bad.
Okay.
It sounds pretty good.
Okay, thank you. And that was a long time ago. Now I don't see her often.
What are you talking about?
Asked
That's what I need to work
Tooth, curled around her cup of hot chocolate on the sofa, slowly warming up. You know, the girl with the the girl with the purple cloak and white tunic, colorful hair, weird eyes, said Bunny. Jack frowned. He didn't think the eyes of the stranger were weird, just different.
Oh, I see.
Exclaimed Tooth.
She came to me twice, asking me if she could help me or if she could be a guardian or something. She wanted to be with someone, to not be alone for a while, but I couldn't help her, and that was centuries ago. Now, well, I haven't seen her for a while. And do you know if she has special abilities?
Asked Jack. That I don't know, answered Bunny. But, as I said before, I do know her name.
And what is it?
Bunny smiled, took another sip of hot chocolate, and finally told them. I'm going to mispronounce this. It's Leah Tail. Ooh. Wait, the title's called Tail!
What?
Whoa!
Crazy.
This is crazy, dude.
Oh my god.
I'm doing the YouTuber face right now.
Whoa.
Alright, that was the end of chapter 1.
Pretty.
What do you think?
This is a pretty straightforward fan fiction. It's what I think of immediately when I think of fan fictions. You know, just a alternate story of an already existing IP, and that's kind of what this is. Also the added OC part also gives it,
Yeah. It wasn't and then there was this fun, cute, adorable, lovable, quirky girl named Mindy, and Jack Frost fell in love with her immediately.
Right. It kind of has the same structure as the movie, and all the characters are they act like they're the usual selves, so nothing really different there.
I can confirm this is the Northern Hemisphere. It says, I'm reading the top paragraph again.
Okay.
So there are hurricanes. I mean, I guess North Hemisphere could be Florida technically, but still, it's why did they say North? Most of the North Hemisphere doesn't get hurricanes. Because it's
yeah, I wonder why they just not
between Florida and
I mean, did they meet?
Because
they're
America.
at North's place.
But see, the thing is first off, like I said, most of the Northern Hemisphere doesn't get hurricanes. It's just southern coastal areas. Second, all of them were wet. Every single person who walked in was wet. So to me, I'm just picturing it being way further north than it should be.
Yeah. No.
Maybe, you know what? I'm stupid. Maybe it was just an exaggeration. Not a literal hurricane, but so much.
Oh, so much snow. It is okay.
Why are we stupid?
Well, no, because they didn't mention
it was
snow
worded,
at
good
all.
Point. No, it wasn't snow. It was rain. They specifically mentioned hurricane and rain. Anyway, yeah.
that of everything with fanfiction, that's the thing we took away from this.
Well, I'll just say, this is way too descriptive. This is the common fan fiction trap of being overly descriptive. You don't need to describe every single aspect of this person's garment twice.
Yeah, that's the thing I noticed.
The first time was too much, and then the second time was even more. It's okay,
it's the same...
just say she had a white cloth with a purple cape, and then describe the dagger in detail. That's what we need to know.
Yeah.
At least it seems like that's what we need to know. They seem to focus a lot on that.
Right, and it's the same problem that I had with like Final the Final Fantasy one where
Just kept going.
It was way too much monologuing.
Yeah.
And here it's like describe like way too much like descriptive stuff where it's like, yeah, that's definitely that's definitely my vibes with it. Otherwise, like, not bad. I definitely wonder we can just like put in the back burner for a little bit, but I definitely wouldn't mind if you like, I don't know, like,
This is like a break in case of emergency.
pretty much, yeah.
Although I have a lot of fan fiction, so I don't think we'll need to.
Right. So, if you want to listen to us read this one, let us know. If this is turns out to be a popular one with the fan base, we'll definitely get back to it. But we need to know.
Yeah, I mean, I also have that other Rise of the Guardians fan fiction that does not have an OC. This one just seems like, again, just like a normal story. It's not very like funny, intentionally or otherwise. But this is not a saga either. It's a one and done.
Yeah.
So there's also that. I mean, I could just get both of them out of the way. I don't know. I'll think about it. About it. I shouldn't have closed the tab, but you know, I just did. I think it's time we Uno reverse each other. I want you to find one that's like at least trying to be serious. And I am going to use one of my like half of my fan fictions are like some of the most unhinged. Wait, no. I'm the one who brings the unhinged. We don't have a theme.
No, we don't.
Never mind. We can't Uno reverse each other.
Whatever we want to do.
Maybe I'll bring my unhinged, unholy, disgusting ones next.
Oh, gosh.
And yes, that's plural.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. I can't wait for that.
Well, it's definitely going to be a new franchise we haven't talked about yet.
Ooh.
I have plenty of those. Might as well use up the new ones before we repeat. If this podcast gets 7 likes, we will read Chapter 2.
That's all we ask for.
Oops, I did the wrong thing. Anyway, thank you for listening. Go to the website where you can find a lot of information. And by that, I mean where to listen. If you're listening to this on a platform you don't like, there's another platform that you will like better. I figured out what's wrong with the Apple account. So if I remember, I will make an Apple account and put it on there. And then we'll get 1 billion views because all of the iPhone users will be able to listen to it. Because they don't know how to download another podcasting app. They just use Apple Music or whatever it is. Anyway,
Apple followers, please follow us as we make fun of them.
I don't want them to, actually. I'm going to make an Apple account and put it on there just for funny. I don't know. What did I do? Okay. That's it.
Okay.
Leave a... No, don't leave a comment. I mean, I guess you can.
What do we rate? But before we forget, what do we rate it?
I told you I'm losing it, man. I don't know what it was about that
the
last
RC
one.
Cola, man.
I think it's the idea of watching Ice Age next.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna watch Ice Age now.
And unlike Marmaduke, we're actually gonna watch it.
Yeah, we were gonna watch Marmaduke last week, but
not last week. Was it last week?
Yeah, we were gonna watch it last week, and then stuff came up.
We didn't even record last week. We recorded 2 weeks ago.
Well,
the episode might have been last week.
We never mentioned Marmaduke, but I'm just saying.
Did
we?
Yes. Because I edited the one where I had to record myself with a disclaimer saying we never actually watched Marmaduke. We were going to, but like I don't remember what it was. It was like we ran out of time or something.
Yeah, and we're going to run out of time. And
we're everyone, like and subscribe.
Cringe
and
Factor
follow.
Zero podcast. The fanfiction itself was 2. Honestly, 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5.
0 cringe factor. See, my problem with a 5-point scale is that there's no average. You have to go halves.
I think 2.5.
So I'll just say 2.5.
I think 2.5.
It's an average one. It did have some like funny spelling errors though.
Yeah.
Like sticked instead of stuck.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all from
We're going to
us.
watch Ice Age now. And stay tuned for the Ice Age fanfiction that's coming out.
Yeah, we will
Soon.
get John Leguizamo himself on the podcast to
We'll
reprise
get
his
the
role.
guy who voices Sid, whoever that is.
Isn't that John Leguizamo?
I don't know. I just named a random character.
Okay, hold on. Now we have to.
Who's the mammoth?
I forget his name. I know his name.
Oh, he's familiar.
Yeah, John Leguizamo is Sid. Ray Romano is Manny. Jack Black is Zeke? I don't remember his Zeke.
Who's the mammoth?
I just told you. Ray Romano is
okay.
Manny.
What else did he do?
Ray Romano? Let me look. His middle name's Albert. Oh, he was Rayman from Everybody Loves Rayman.
Oh, okay.
He is also known for being the voice of Manny in the Ice Age franchise.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I can't wait to watch this movie. It's been years.
Well, should we actually end it now, or should we
Yes.
do another fake out ending?
No, we'll end it now. I think we've already reached our limit, our time limit.
Okay, bye.
Bye.